I will do that, but before Mr. Chair, I just have a few announcements. It is requested that participants introduce themselves every time they speak. Roll call votes will be taken for every action item. This meeting is also being recorded for minute-taking purposes, as well as for posting of the recording of the proceedings on the agency's website. This meeting is also being live streamed on the Access Health CT website. Roll call for attendance. Steven Hernandez, Chair.
Present.
Thank you. Grant Ritter.
Here.
Thank you. Paul Philpott. Paul Lombardo.
Here.
Lombardo. Thank you. Matthew Brockman. And Sean King.
Here.
Thank you.
That's great. Thank you, Marcin. And if we could we have the members of the Access Health Connecticut Senior Leadership Team also introduce themselves?
Good afternoon, all. James Michelle, Access Health Connecticut.
Good afternoon, Holly Zwick, Director of Finance, Access Health Connecticut.
Good afternoon, Susan Rich-By, Access Health Connecticut, Director of Legal and Governmental Affairs.
Good afternoon, everybody. John Carbone, Director of Small Group Product Development and Broker Support.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Glenn Jurgen, Director of Human Resources with Access Health CT.
Good afternoon, Tammy Hendricks, Director of Health Equity and Outreach, Access Health Connecticut.
Okay.
That's great. Is that everyone?
Yes.
Wonderful. And Marcin, is there any public comment?
Mr. Chair, we did not receive any public comments for today's meeting.
Great. Great. Hearing none, could we please entertain a motion now to accept the meeting minutes of the September 12, 2024 meeting of the Strategy Committee?
So moved. This is Sean.
Thank you. Do we have a second? I'm sorry, did I miss the second?
If someone is second, they might be on mute.
Oh, got it. Mm-hmm.
This is Grant. I'll second that.
Oh, great.
Okay,
thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Is there any discussion? Any discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, could we do a roll call, Marcin?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Steven Hernandez.
Aye.
Grant Ritter.
Yes.
Paul Philpott. Paul Lombardo.
Yes.
Thank you. Matthew Brockman. And Sean King.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion passes.
That's great. And now I believe that we have a strategic project update. Is that right?
Correct.
Great.
So we have three big initiatives going on across Access Health. We have the 10 Clicks projects, which we have talked about. 10 Clicks essentially is a remaking of our core system, where that allows Connecticut residents to apply for health insurance to get subsidy. We have been using the same technology since we started back in 2013. At the time it was created, it is my understanding that it was 10-year-old strategy that they used to create our current system. So our current system effectively right now is more than 20-year-old. We are using more than 20-year-old technology. So we started the process of gathering information, talking with our customers, talking with our employees, talking with our brokers to find exactly where is the system right now, what are the challenges they're facing with the system, where's to slow them down. Plus, in addition to that, we have a lot of data on our current system, so we know where our customers get stuck when they're using our system, when the call center reps are using the system to enroll individuals. And right now, based on the data we've collected, it takes somewhere between 100 to 180 clicks to get through our application. And obviously, the time of applying could go anywhere from 30 minutes to about an hour plus. When you think about folks who are coming to Access Health to buy health insurance or to enroll to apply for health insurance, whether it be Medicaid or QHP, most of them do not have an hour during the day, especially if they are working. They have half-hour lunch. So it is in our collective best interest to design a system that's going to make it easier and faster and more efficient for Connecticut residents to apply for health insurance. So we have gathered all of the information we need. When you think about the system we are currently using, it was designed and built from a technology perspective, not from a customer perspective, because at the time it was built, we did not have any customers. We did not know anything about our customers, who they were. We knew they were Connecticut residents, but we didn't know their habits. We didn't know how they would like to shop. So now we have a lot more information about our customers, who they are, where they live, and how they like to use the insurance, use the application, when they like to use it. We also, at the time we were building our current system, we did not have all of the rules in place. So we put in a lot of stuff into our system just to be safe, because CMS was still developing the rules and the procedures to apply for health insurance. Now we have all of that is settled. So we're going to use all of that data to design a new system that's going to be more efficient, more effective, and make it easier for our customers to buy health insurance. And also more responsive to our customers' need, more responsive to our board when they ask for information. But this is why we're doing the 10 clicks. So right now, the next step in this process is we've gathered all of the information. Now we have to design, we have to create an RFP to go out there to see what's out there and how much could it potentially cost to design and build a brand new system. That's going to take full advantage of all of the information we have in place now, which we did not have when we first created back in 2012, 2013. So that's 10 clicks, where we are. More to come on that. We'll keep this committee and the board fully and updated as we move forward. So I'll wait to see if there are any questions before we move on to the call center update.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Questions or comments? Great. Hearing none, I believe you can proceed.
Thank you very much. Call center update. We issued an RFP for call center back in the summer, and we received a number of responses. We went through them. It was narrowed down to the best two respondents to the RFP call center. This is our biggest expense along with DSS. And the call center service both AccessHealth and DSS pays for most of this contract. As you might imagine, 800,000 plus Medicaid recipients. When they have an issue with the application, with the services, they call our call center. So this is a critical part of servicing Connecticut residents. We put it out, and we've evaluated the top two respondents, and they came in and presented to SLT and also the committee that's reviewing the RFP responses last week, 2 weeks ago rather, and we're in the process of picking one of them. And the goal is to pick one, negotiate a contract with them, and have them ready to go by July 1st in preparation for our next open enrollment, which starts November 1st of 2025. So that's where we are. We're anticipating, again, the intent is to get make us more efficient by having a vendor with updated technology, and also because the competition hopefully lower the cost of this service. I would pause for any questions.
Are there any questions?
Looks like Sean has a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sean.
how many years will the contract term be for?
Well, we normally start with 3 years, with options to extend 3 additional years. Again, I think the most we could do is Susan Craven, is 6 or 5 if we have to go back out.
I mean, the call center isn't a professional service vendor, so it doesn't have those same restrictions, but obviously to be competitive and to be, to James's points, to feel like we're getting the best technology solution and the best pricing available. But also it is a big lift. Call center is not just a switch of a change of a switch to just change vendors. So it's a big lift. So that's something else, that we're thinking about and planning, because we've made one switch over the life of the exchange in that area.
So Sean, the initial contract will be for 3 years with option to extend if we are happy with the service.
Okay.
Got it.
Quick follow-up question. And maybe it's too soon to be able to answer this with any detail, but when the contract terms are finalized, is there consideration given to the possibility, the potential that there could be a lot of confusion, a lot of additional questions, a lot of angst about losses of the extra APTCs and the potential for other major changes that may be coming our way over the next year to 4 years?
So Sean, regardless of who the vendor is, that's handled through our training department. So any changes at all that happens in the healthcare space, where we expect to get calls from our customers, potential applicants, we prepare our call center staff through training and through a number of other updates that they get on real time in front of them in the computer. So again, it's usually through emails. But if we have major changes, we retrain the entire call center staff to make sure they are well informed. Plus, they will have access to all of the information in front of them at the fingertip if any question comes up. We also have FAQs on our website that's updated regularly. So if anyone goes to our website, they have a particular question about any topic at all that impacts us, they could ask to our website, and our FAQ would direct them to the answer within our portal. But our call center vendor, this is something that's done in the contract, and that we will train them to prepare them to answer questions in our customers. So regardless of who the vendor is, that is standard requirements in all of our contracts.
All right.
And as you indicated, we are anticipating some changes, and we are preparing not just our call center, but within the organization itself to prep politically, economically, and operationally to adjust to what potentially may be coming at us going forward.
Thanks, James.
Yes. So if there are no other questions, I'm going to ask John to give an update to the committee on the ICRA. John?
Thanks, James. John Carbone, Director of Small Group Product Development and Broker Support. As many of you know, we've been working on an ICRA platform for the past 120 days. And the reason more for doing this is to kind of create that customization for the individual market, small group market. Over the past 120 days, we were able to develop a platform and meet our first requirement of a soft launch for 11/1. And what that means is that we have a core of 10 brokers that are currently in the platform and evaluating the platform and going through it. And what we are asking them to do is bounce around in it to make sure that, one, we're providing an experience for them that is going to be easy to allow the employer to come in the platform to view the different types of options from the ICRA side, from the small group side, from the individual side, and provide that experience and that user experience on their behalf for the employer and the employee. So that process from 11/1 all the way out to January 31st with the brokers are to bring us back feedback so we continue to make enhancements on the platform. With that being said, there'll be weekly releases for us to be making all those adjustments to the platform to bring the best platform forward for 7/1/2025. Also, throughout this process, we will start right after open enrollment with a comprehensive marketing plan that'll be put in place with our internal marketing team and our vendor also, Minton Hope, to be able to go out and blanket the community with all this information regarding ICHRA, individual coverage health reimbursement arrangements, and start educating the brokers, the employers, and the employees. This product will be an all year round product for us because individuals will be able to, groups will be able to come to us on a month-to-month basis and be able to enroll with them after they meet their 90-day requirements. The platform is going to give that employer the customization feel and allowing them to stretch out the dollars as far as they possibly can for their group members, the ICHRA members, and also members that can potentially be getting APTCs if they're currently not in an affordable coverage plan. So our goal from there is to start that enrollment for 7/1. Again, like I said, we're open and we're going to be every single month we'll be able to do open enrollment after that 90-day requirement. And then once they're enrolled into the product, they will follow the normal open enrollment of the individual marketplace. We are trying to streamline this for employers to give them that feel to where everything will be in one platform for them. So they'll be able to make payments for these individual members, payments on the group side for those members, and help them with the payments for their ICHRA individuals too, but have it all in one platform. We plan on creating the experience for those members that are going to be getting APTCs. They're going to be all in one platform, and there'll be a single sign-on user for the whole thing. We have a lot of work ahead of us for this because this will be a complete change of how certain products are kind of viewed and looked at. And it will be a learning curve for us where we're kind of seeing this platform kind of take off in year 2 and year 3, but the experience of us getting out and educating individuals on something that can help groups of this size, small group size and mid and large, potentially in the future, to be able to kind of help them cut their costs down for an employer and an employee also too. So stay tuned. What we like to do probably in the future is take 30 minutes of this meeting and kind of go through the platform with you. I know some of you have already seen it, but we'd like to show you the enhanced version of it. And as we continue to build on it, continue to show it to you throughout the next 90 to 120 days.
That's great.
Does anybody have any questions? Stay tuned, everybody.
Thank you so much. We appreciate the update.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you.
I think we can move to the next item in the agenda now. If there are no
Yes,
other questions.
Katie. Sure. If there are none, Katie is going to give an update on status where we are with respect to open enrollment, our 12th open enrollment. Katie.
That's great.
Thank you, James. Thank you all. Good afternoon. I'm Katie Hearn. I'm the Associate Director of the EPMO at Access Health CT, and I have a brief OE enrollment status update for you today. And I just wanted to mention that we can provide you additional information from our technical operations and analytics department at your request. So if I don't have any enrollment statistics here that you're interested in, please let us know. Starting off, the weeks of November 17th and November 24th, we will run our auto renewals, which is, responsible for retaining sort of the bulk of our QHP business. Those have not begun yet. And you see our projection there for auto renewals for OE12. I also wanted to point out that we do have our enrollment statistics posted on the accesshealthct.com website. That updates weekly. So if you do want to check in with our enrollment numbers, that is available to the public. And we had these enrollment projections for you at the last board meeting. I just wanted to carry those forward again for you. The first number being all QHPs, including Covered Connecticut. The second being Covered Connecticut individual enrollments alone, and the third being standalone dental plan enrollment of individuals. Next slide, please. The purpose of this slide is to really show you what Access Health's enrollment numbers are for individuals leading up to OE last year and this year. So we just want to demonstrate where we began in each of the last 2 years just prior to the start of OE. Overall, you can see we're beginning with much higher enrollment numbers prior to this year's OE. So that's largely in part due to the Enhanced American Rescue Plan Act subsidies, and also in part to the Medicaid unwind and getting additional QHP customers who rolled off of Medicaid. And the next slide, please. And on this slide, we're capturing the enrollment totals year over year, just about 2 weeks into open enrollment. You can see enrollment increases across the board. The Covered Connecticut numbers are included in row 3 there. They aren't differentiated from the other CSR plans, but the Covered Connecticut enrollment number as of yesterday for the 2025 plan year was 4,445. I'll have additional OE updates for you, time permitting, at the board meeting on the 21st, when our qualified health plan auto renewals will be underway. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you so much. Are there any questions regarding the open enrollment update? Seeing none, I think we have a Broker Academy update next.
Yes, Tammy.
Yes, good afternoon. Tammy Hendricks, Director of Health Equity and Outreach. I am happy to share we've officially wrapped up year 3 of the Broker Academy. We couldn't be prouder of our graduates. This year we had 22 students that completed the program. And as always, we hosted a graduation ceremony at the end of October with the mentors and Access Health in attendance there to celebrate the graduates as well. So now that the graduates are fully licensed, they're appointed, and they're Access Health certified as well, they were fully prepared for open enrollment. They've now transitioned to our internal broker support team, right? So they've transitioned from Broker Academy team to our internal broker support team, who manages and supports all of our certified brokers. But just a unique relationship there in that the broker support team is present throughout the entire Broker Academy. So they've built those relationships with the students prior to the transition, making it smoother, actually. So, as a team, we put a lot of effort into building relationships with all of our certified brokers, but the Broker Academy students just have that extra level of comfort, based on how much time we spent with them throughout the program. So as you all know, we are 2 weeks into open enrollment. All of the brokers now have a chance to be a part of our in-person events and fairs, and they're also participating in a lot of community events on their own. I know last year we saw some of our Broker Academy graduates at Walgreens and Walmart, so it's always fun to see them out in their communities and they're educating residents and doing their thing. So always good to see them out. And so next step is we will reevaluate this year and how the program went, what went well, what we can improve on, so that we can start planning for the next year. And that was a quick update. I'll open it up for any questions.
Just a quick question for me, if you can hear me okay. I'm wondering how many, and you may have said this and I may have missed it, but how many graduates have we had to date for the program?
To date, I didn't say that, so let me see. I'll do a quick. 72 students today.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
Fantastic.
Again, Mr. Chairman, those are the ones who got the license.
Yeah,
right, that's right. Yep.
So we have a number of graduates who are very knowledgeable about the health insurance environment in Connecticut now. One while they can't sell health insurance, but they are now resources for the communities where people go to them and ask them for questions, because a lot of knowledge is transferred onto them during the training and preparation for the exam. Some choose not to take the exam, even though that's encouraged. We think part of the issue is the intimidation of, after 20, 30 years of out of college, after school. Some folks get very concerned about taking an exam. But when they do leave us, they all do well on the pre-exam. They all typically pass the pre-exam with no problem at all, because there's no pressure. So we know they know the material. So a lot of them have gone on to become resident experts in their communities. As a matter of fact, I was in Norwich at one of our navigators back this past Wednesday, and one of the young ladies took went through the program. And she doesn't have a license, but the entire organization goes to her for answers, because she has the knowledge and all the materials from the training that she went through. So while we have 72, but we think the impact we have is much bigger than just 72 licensed brokers.
Got it. That's great. Thank you for that. Are there any questions or observations from members of the committee? Great. Hearing none, we would thank you all so much for those wonderful reports and for that status. I know that there's a lot going on, so this is it's good to recenter in the work really that you're doing, and all the great service that you provide to the state. So we appreciate that, and we would entertain, if you would, a motion to adjourn, unless there's any other questions or comments. Great. Could we have a motion to adjourn?
This is Sean.
Great. Thank you, Sean. A second?
Hi, this is Grant. Second it.
Thank you. Marcin, could you do a roll call, please?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Steven Hernandez,
Yes.
Ron Ritter,
Yes.
Paul Philpott, Paul Lombardo,
Yes.
Matthew Brockman,
Yes.
Sean King.
Yes.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you, likewise.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.